Hey guys, see John on here. Good evening, Mike Strasberg. How's it going? I don't know if you guys. I don't think you guys entered the drawing, but so what we were doing on here was the drawing from episode 156. If you guys were on there, can you guys hear me? Type in there and let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Good. Thanks, John. So let me move this camera up just a tad. Woo, that lighting's beautiful, isn't it? So let me tap on that. There we go. Woo, look at that. Very cool, huh? All right, cool. Mike Strasberg, yes, you can hear me. Good. Thank you, sir. All right. So the drawing was 156. If you guys are not aware, go to episode 157 that just came out today. The drawing, we'll do a drawing for that live also. You have to comment on the show with a legit comment about the show, not just a thumbs up emoji or some little thing that you think you're going to get in the drawing. You need to give me a legit comment about the show, what you like, didn't like, whatever, all that good stuff. But tonight's drawing, we're going to hang around here and see if a few more people get on. John, you were at our meeting last night at Rust and Cattle Company. How'd you like it? Did I just lose my lighter? How bad is that? He loved it. Good. Thanks, John. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. We had a lot of prizes there to draw from. Rust and Cattle Company in Ennis, Texas was really good. So it was another good meeting. Our quarterly meetings. Good food, good people. So I am smoking. What do you got? Are you guys smoking anything right now? I'm smoking the Cafe San Andres. So really good cigar. I love them. And I am drinking some 1835. I believe this is a Texas whiskey, limited edition, full proof. Yeah, Texas made, 125 proof. Really good whiskey. Really good. As you can tell, I drank a little bit of it. I've shared it with some friends too at the lounge, at Latitude Lounge there, usually where I'm at. John says he's smoking a Man of War. Okay. Mike, are you smoking, drinking anything? Did Mike leave? Just finished a 152 special occasion cigar. What is that? What's a 152? Huh. What's a 152? Not familiar with that. 152. I'm trying to think. What is that? So if you guys don't know, this is one of the bedrooms in my house. I've converted into my man cave where I get to smoke a cigar. I've done a few shows out of here too. I'll probably do a few more here later on. Oh, T52. There you go. T52. Yes. Drew Estates. Liga T52. Gotcha. Good cigar. My son just came down today and visited with me, and we went to Latitude, and he had a Drew Estates Liga 9. Good cigar. Have you guys had Caffey? Have you ever had Caffey? This is the San Andres. Really good. They've got a natural that's really good. It's a Honduran Puro. They've got a Connecticut, and I believe they have a Maduro. Really good cigars. I know Dr. Gabby Caffey. If you guys heard me talk about him on the show. This is first time doing live on YouTube. I don't know. I did one before, but I can't remember how I did it. I don't do the live stuff very often. So, anyways, what we're giving away, we're on the show. If you guys watch episode 156, so it's too late to get on that one, which is now. I said, hey, towards the end of the show, I said, hey, y'all give me a legit comment. I'll send you 10 cigars out of my personal collection. And then Dave Yancey said, well, I'll send you 10 cigars also. And then Steve Rass said, well, I'll send you 10 cigars also. So this is a drawing for 30 cigars, 10 from each of us out of our own personal stuff. So if you want to get in on that, 157 just dropped this morning. So I'll give it another week for people to put their comments in on that. And then I'll do a drawing. And again, we did the same thing where it was 10 cigars from each of us for a drawing. So we all have a pretty good collection. You're going to have a chance at winning some pretty good cigars. You smoke a lot of Drew Estate stuff there, Mike? You know, I'm not, John, how much we raised. I've got to count stuff up. I had all the cash, but that doesn't account for the PayPal and the other stuff that people sent me. So I've got to count all that up. So whatever we did, though, we know, it all goes to Cigars for Warriors. Thanks for asking, though. I will get that figure out pretty soon. How long should I wait? How long should I wait for people to show up that actually commented on the show? I think, let me see. Let me pull up my, so I've got a wheel thing. You guys can see that on there. It's kind of glary. So I've got one for episode 156. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, or only 8 people commented on the show. So, it got a 1 in 8 chance of winning. So I don't see anybody else popping on, just you two guys, which I appreciate. I don't do a whole lot of live stuff, so maybe people are like, what the heck? Why is Dave Texas Cigar Roadshow? What did you guys do when you saw me pop up live? What did you see on your end? And you go, oh, I've got to pop on here and see what Dave's doing. What'd you expect? Did you expect anything special, or what was going on? Because I don't do this a whole lot. New show? Yeah, not a new show. What's 130, John? What is 130? Not usually. It's hard to compete with Foundation. Yeah, Foundation's a good company, Mike. Definitely, I like a lot of Foundation stuff. Of course, Nick came from Drew Estate, so you're smoking a T52. I'm wondering if he had his hand in blending the T52. I can't remember, but so it kind of goes hand in hand there. I like a lot of different cigars: Caffey, Black Label, Punch. We had League of Fat Bastards last night at the meeting. I handed out League of Fat Bastards L series. But yeah, no, it's not a new show. It is the drawing for the show. So you know what? Maybe I can buy it a little bit more time. Is there any question? Not like I know everything. I don't even pretend to know know everything. Is there something you guys would want to ask me about what we do for the show, what we got going on, anything? Is there a question you'd want to ask me about Texas Cigar Roadshow, or me, or whatever, or cigars, or bourbon, or anything? Maybe I can answer it. Maybe I can't. If not, just tell me to shut up and do the drawing, and I'll get it over with. John says, no, he doesn't have any questions for me. I think that's John's nice way of saying, shut up and do the drawing, Dave. Let's see who wins. Got some names in there. They're pretty regulars. What the heck is that? Regular people that comment on stuff. Let's see. Well, I don't have my. Can I put these glasses on and read that? So, Mike, I don't see any questions from you unless you're just typing a huge paragraph. I've got. Ooh, do I have somebody else that I need to put in there? I think there was somebody else. The show. View. Videos. 156. Comments. Terry Lynn got her in. John Jensen. John Salas. Sabina Soda. Frank Robinjo. Robin Gio. American Savage. Gora. I think I got everybody in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. Yes, I have them all in. So, all right. So, John, looks like you're on there. Mike, he doesn't have any questions. So, or do you? What made you decide to do the show? Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and answer that. I work in television. I've been in television since 1985. I've worked my way up through television, through working for Fox back when it first aired on the station, independent station. Worked for Fox, worked for PBS, worked for the government, worked for freelance. I freelanced, so I worked for people, Pat Summerall, other things. Doing one in, being chief videographer. Started out in master control, worked my way up, producers. So that's what I do for a living. I produce stuff, and I am a video producer, videographer by trade. Been doing it since 1985, and I wanted a creative outlet. A lot of the stuff is not pleasant to watch every single day. I've traveled all around the world, shooting things, conditions for people that they need water, they need food, or they need to get out of human trafficking. So I it's a lot of bad stuff. And so I needed a creative outlet. And one of the other guys that I work with, which you've seen him on some of our past shows, Ian, he and I used to work together. He doesn't work there anymore. But I was like, man, I want to do a cigar show. But I don't want to do a cigar show like everybody else does, where they smoke the cigar and they go, oh, I'm getting cedar, white pepper, and and they give you all the tasting notes. Okay, we all know our palates are different. You might taste what they get, you might not. But anyways, I didn't want to do that. I don't feel like that's where my passion is. My passion is more in television stuff. And so wanting a creative outlet, we trying to search and figure out why, what format do we want. Well, we ended up watching an episode of the Texas Bucket List, and he was out there in Big Spring, Texas, doing an interview with the owner of the train car, which that's I believe my second or third most watched. I think it's my second most watched episode of the Roadshow out there. If you haven't watched it, it's very cool. Two train cars. One's the humidors and the retail area, and one car is the lounge. Very cool. Great people out there too. So the guy with the Texas bucket list was sitting down with the owner and, hey, tell me, what is this thing? And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to sit down with the owner of a lounge and get his story and tell me why you started the lounge, how you started it, and then go through and shoot it. If you watch any of the road shows, how we shoot those things, it's a whole story, and it's got music and voiceover and everything written for it. So it's a little bit of work to get those kind of episodes done. They're probably about a half an hour or so long once they're finished, but you got to figure out, you got to get the whole feel and write things and everything else. And so those are work. We started doing stuff that was like called the pit stop. It were supposed to be filler shows, supposed to be shorter inside Tobacco Cabana. Well, those things have now morphed into what you see today with Dave Yancey and a whole kind of show. It's a show itself. I still do road shows. But they're few and far between because it is a lot more production, and it's basically me doing it by myself now that Ian is not with me. I'm going to keep the show going. But anyways, Mike, that's the reason why I decided to do the show. I love cigars. I like talking to people, and like we say, enjoy the leaf, grow the culture. This is one good way to talk to people, get to smoke cigars with them too, and find out their stories. So that's why I did it. All right. It doesn't look like it's Saturday night. People are probably out doing stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing, and whoever wins, I will let them know. You two guys, make sure you go out. Episode 157, it dropped today. Okay. Thank you guys for showing up on the show today. Make a comment, a legit comment that is not just emojis or whatever. Because if it's an emoji, I'm not going to put your name in. If it's a legit comment like, oh, okay, whatever, it's a good sentence or two, then that's worth it. So anyways, I've got my randomizer spinner thing here. Cigar drawing episode 156 with my 8 names in there. And I'm going to spin this thing, and we're going to see who wins. There's the spin, there's the spin, there's the spin. That says Gora Pravada 4194, which I know him. I got to meet him once out at NFG. So congratulations. I will get in contact with you, get these cigars out to you, brother. Thanks for making the comment. And other than that, you guys want to know anything else? Other than that, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna enjoy my cigar and my drink. And I appreciate you guys showing up. We good? Tell me if we're good. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me, all right, good. I hate to cut you off, but anyways, we'll do this again. Make sure you guys go out there and comment on the show that dropped today, and you'll get in on drawing of another set of 30 it'll be a totally different set of 30 cigars from Dave Yancey, myself, and Stephen Rass with Tobacco Cabana. All right, guys, I appreciate you showing up. Maybe I'll give a little bit better heads up as to when I'm doing this next time, so maybe more people will show up. But I appreciate you guys. Take care. Enjoy the leaf. Grow the culture. Oh, let's see. How do we turn this off? I don't even know how to turn this off. Do we know how to turn this off? Let's see. How do we turn this off? Well, we'll go over here to the laptop and we will end the stream. Yes, end it. Sorry, guys.